Hello everyone, welcome at this KoboToolbox tutorial. I today hope to assist you in the simple and most easy ways to use Kobo. And please, if you already had a training on Kobo, you can always use this as a refresher video, a refresher tutorial, or you can share it with your environment so that Kobo can be used by a larger group of people. It is very accessible, it is free for everyone, so I hope you get excited a bit and I hope to explain it to you very well. Kobo can be used to create forms on their web-based application, but they also have a mobile application for you to start collecting data, and even if you're offline, receive submissions and put in entries so that you can later upload these submissions again to the server and analyze them. I will start with an example. So at Trias, we work with a lot of trainings, and I would like to assess what our trainees think about these trainings. Also, so we can check whether they think they're good, whether there are still some gaps where we can improve on. And this is very useful for us, not only to know the impact we make, but also for our donors, that they know what we do with the money that they give us. So let's start by creating a survey so that we can assess the opinion of these trainees. I first visit the KoboToolbox online. I already have a login for Kobo and a password, but you can create an account for free, very easy and simple. For now, I just log in and I will create a new survey. I will prefer to build from scratch since these other options are a bit more advanced and maybe they are for another tutorial. But for now, we will build this survey from scratch. You will have to enter some project details, and I want to check the progress of the Trias trainings. And this is especially for trainees. For now, it's for the trainees. So we want to track the experience of trainees of our trainings at the side of the trainees. I can select a sector here. There are a lot of sectors that you can choose from, but for now I will use this economic social development. And since we are on Uganda, I will click on Uganda and I will start my project by clicking Create Project. So now in this interface, it's still empty. We don't have any questions, and we can add or adapt the title here. I would advise you to click a lot on this button so as to save your questions and to avoid your work getting lost. The layout and settings and these buttons I will discuss in a minute once we have a few questions. Now we might first want to start with the details of our respondents. Maybe first the name. So what is your name? I will add this question. And since it's just some text that they can provide, we choose for this button. But there's so much more. Today we'll try out a few, but please don't hesitate to start experimenting a bit with what these questions and these answers all mean. For now, I will click on text because they will have to insert some text. I will add another question, maybe just to get to know the person a bit more. What is your date of birth? And then you can select this one here, which is date, and you will see in a minute how this will look like on the eventual form that people will respond in. And then maybe I also want a telephone number just to check up and to verify the answers of this person in case that we ever need to verify this. And for this, I think we might, or you can choose some text so they can fill in anything they want, but I think it's maybe better to let them fill in a number. And so now this might be enough. I will tell you a little bit about what these buttons here mean at the side. Just so you know, on this side, the ABC, the calendar, the 1, 2, 3, it gives you the question type, and you can add buttons in between. Or if you want to change you wait for this button to appear, and then you can alter the order. Okay, and these buttons, for example, mean a lot of things. First one, settings. Second one, delete question, duplicate question, and add question to library. To go to settings and to alter some of the details of this question, you can click on settings. Here it says the data column name, which will appear in your Excel file once you want to analyze the data. A guidance hint is not necessary here because a name is just a free question. It can be anything. But for example, if you want to know, if your question is what kind of social media do you use, a guidance hint appears like in the text box. And if you want to give an example, this could be example Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, you know, so that the people knows what you want the answer to be. And since this is quite crucial data, as well as a telephone number, I want to change this to yes, because this is mandatory to respond to this question. If you want to submit the form, then you have to answer this question. For the rest, we don't really need any other of these variables. But the ones that we're going to use, not now, but in the future, or the skip logic, so you can add a condition, and validation criteria also to add a condition. So yeah, I will close the settings view so that we get back to this. And now I might want to start asking questions about our trainings. So first I will ask, the respondent ever received an ARI training? This is just a simple yes or no question. So I will choose this one, select one. And I will fill in yes or no. Sometimes you might want to add another, like, no opinion part to the question or the answer. But for now, we have this. And I think also this question will be mandatory. They have to fill this in. So again, I go to settings and I click yes, mandatory response. Here I can do this and close the, yeah, okay. So that's that. My second question about this ARI training would be if they liked the ARI training. If yes, so if yes, if you have ever received an ARI training, did you like the training? So add this question, and this again is a yes/no question. Yes or no. And then here I could ask another question saying no opinion. Maybe this person liked it, didn't like it, doesn't really know, so no opinion. And I can also ask, what did you like about the ARI training? Just to get a little bit more detail of what these people know. And now I can have like a full answer, just a free answer. And I could choose text, but I could also propose already a few things that they might have liked. They might have liked the facilitation. They might have liked the participatory aspects. Or maybe they just like the milk and tea. Okay. Just to have another follow-up question, if the people answer no on this, so if no, what can we improve to make ARI trainings better? And here I would have no idea what they will say, so I really want to wait for their response, and I click text to get a free answer. Now there's one detail that I want you to understand. First, in their view, they will see this question. Did you ever receive an ARI training? But they will not see these other questions because they depend on the answer of this being yes. And this is the skip logic that I just referred to before. You click on settings and you go to skip logic of the question that you want to maybe not appear at first, but only if they answer yes. And if you click on skip logic, you can add a condition. And this says, this question will only be displayed if the following conditions apply. And I want this question to be only displayed if they answered yes on did you ever receive an ARI training? And that should be okay. This should mean that they will not receive this question if they didn't answer yes to this question. For this question now, I only want people to see this question if they said yes, if they did like the ARI training. So I will go to settings again and provide some skip logic. First of all, I would only like this question to be displayed if they have received an ARI training and if they liked the training. So now this should be fine. And if no, what can we improve to make ARI trainings better? So this means that the skip logic again applies. I will add a condition. They have to ever receive an ARI training. And they have to not like this question. In a minute, we will preview this form so that you can see how it looks like in person. Maybe this is now a little bit abstract, but I first want to add one more thing for Liatra. And again, it starts with, did you ever receive a Liatra training? Add the question. And again, I want them to answer yes or no. And if they said yes, I want them to ask them if there is anything we can improve or that they have to note about Liatra training. Any comment want to share about Liatra? And also this will be an open question. They can answer, just provide some text. But again, you understand that I want only this question to be visible if they have ever received a Liatra training. So again, I will go to skip logic and add the condition that they answer yes on ever receiving a Liatra training. And for now, that is all the questions that I'm going to ask. This gives you a nice overview, and I will now start the preview. Okay, so this is how it will look like. At first, you see what is your name, and the star indicates that it is mandatory. My date of birth is 1996-02-18, this one. Telephone number, I will just provide some random numbers. And now, this is where the skip logic comes into play. Did you ever receive an ARI training? Yes. If yes, did you like the training? Yes. What did you like about the training? The milk and the participation aspects, but also the facilitation. Did you ever receive a Liatra training? Yes. Is there any comment? I think Liatra is very nice. And then validate. So maybe I have received an ARI training, but I didn't like it. And if you have no opinion, then it doesn't show. Validate. Perfect. So now my forum is good. It is operational. I will save it. So after you've saved it, you can still edit the layout a little bit. And this might be helpful for you to help structure the questions that you want. Here you can choose, it automatically says on the default, it shows you on one single page like we have seen in the preview, but you can also, for example, choose to show it on multiple pages or a grid theme with headings. Let me show you how this would look like. So this is Progress of Trainings Trainees, and it just gives you all the questions. If you want to help group everything together that belongs together, you can click on the first question you want to start the group with and click create groups with selected questions, and you can name this group, for example, respondent details. And this can also go in, you just drag it here, you just drag the question into the group and you check whether the order is all right. Maybe this one will then start a group about ARI trainings. And you can, again, drag the different questions in there that you want to have in the ARI group. And check again if their order is all right. So first, did you ever receive? Then did you like? What did you like? If no, what can we improve? And this is then the Liatra group. And you can again direct questions in order to have them here. And now it's more of a better overview for you, but also for the respondent. Let me show you this in the preview. As opposed to before, you cannot see just this and all the questions, but you have these little collapsible blocks that you can fill in. However, now this is a bit weird because you should be able to see this only if you click yes. So we will edit it again. If yes, did you like the training? Skip logic. Oh, this condition has disappeared. Did you ever receive? Yes. So let me check the preview again. And now this works. Or nope, no opinion, no, perfect. Always check a preview if you can, because it helps you so much. So now that we have the best overview and we have checked the preview to make sure that it works, we can save it one last time, successfully update it and exit. Now we are back to our list view, and preferably we would like to deploy this project now, but for the sake of it, I will first clone it, okay, and I will deploy the cloned project. And why do we do this is once you deploy it, it does no longer appear as a draft and you can still edit it. But let's say you want to revise it for the second year you will do this survey, but you have to edit the deployed version. So you deploy the clone and you will see now what I mean. It will appear as a deployed version and not anymore as a draft version. So if you would have deployed the original version, you would not be able to save this as a draft anymore and clone it again and deploy another version of it. This is just way easier to just clone it first and deploy that cloned version. And now you can share it with other people, even publicly. And if you, for example, have an enumerator account, you can use this enumerator account and maybe just let them add submissions and view the form and edit and delete the submissions. Grant them the permission. But for now, we use this account also on our mobile application. And I hope I can see you there again. Hello, welcome everyone to the mobile application. You should download the Kobo Collect application onto your device that you are willing to take submissions with and open it here. This is the first thing you should be able to see. This menu allows you to fill in a blank form to enter submissions. Afterwards, you can edit the saved form. After you've edited it, you can send it. And after it's been sent, you can just view it, but you cannot edit it anymore. The next option is get the blank form, and that's the thing that we will do first. You want to download the survey that you just made from your server. However, once you open it for the first time, you are not connected yet to the server. How do we do this? You click the three dots on the upper right corner and you click on General Settings. After you've clicked on General Settings, this is what you get. Go to the first option named Server. You change the URL, just the last part, and we will click OK. Once you've done this, you will also insert your username After you've inserted the username, you will also insert the password. Now this is all set. You click go back and once more go back to get yourself to this menu again. Now we are connected hopefully to the server and we are trying to get the blank form that we made. Once you refresh and you see the clone of the progress of Trias trainings, the one survey that we just made, we click on get selected at the lower right corner. And now it's connected and we can see the download results that we downloaded it. We click OK and get back to this menu. Now we should have downloaded it onto our phone or mobile device, and even without Wi-Fi we should be able to fill in a blank form. So let's say my Wi-Fi is gone. I should still be able to fill in a blank form. We can see it here and open. And now we can start responding to our questionnaire. After we filled in our name, you swipe to the left to go to the next page and select your date of birth. Okay, here is we swipe again to the left and my telephone number. Okay, swipe again to the left. I have yes, ever received a ARI trainings, and to the next question. Yes, no, yes. Swipe to the next. Swipe to the next. Swipe to the next. Okay, we are at the end of the survey and we can still name this form. And we can mark the form as finalized. So we now save the form and exit. And now you can see it with edit, and you can still go over what the person has said. And you can also go to the finalized form. There's usually a lot of these, and you can just select all and send selected. Well, you will see now that there's no connection available, but that's why Kobo is so nice. The fact that you can record these survey answers without any mobile connection or without any Wi-Fi connection. And then once you have a Wi-Fi connection again, you can send to the server. And now it says successful submission. Okay. And that's how it works to collect the data. Thank you for your attention. Bye.